guys, welcome back to my life. Actually, it's me. And today is a girl chat. I don't know how many times I redid this video, y'all. It's like the third, fourth, eighth attempt, but I felt like I was so awkward in front of the camera. I don't know. Anyway, it's girl chat time, and I'm going to review basically some birth control today because I feel like this is a subject that really do need to be talked about more. Currently I am on birth control. I am on Nexplanon. It is an insert that goes here in your arm, and it works up to 3 years at a time. So I thought it was perfect for me because I always had issues remembering to take my birth control. So I'm like, why not just get it inserted in my arm? I don't even have to think about it at all. If you hear Roman in the background, he's in his walker, chatting. So say hi, Roro. Say hi, Ro. All right, he busy. So yeah. So today I'm going to do a review on Nexplanon and tell basically you all what I've been experiencing through this birth control. First, I want to say, if you're on Nexplanon, please comment below on if you can identify what I'm saying and what are your personal experiences with it, because I would like to hear what y'all going through as well. So I started Nexplanon in January of 2020 this year, and I started it because I didn't want any kind of, mistake, slip up of, getting pregnant again or having to worry about like taking pills. So that was my number one goal. So my number one goal was not to accidentally get pregnant. Didn't want that because I only want one child and I have my beautiful baby boy and I'm excited and happy with him. Okay. No more kids. And also, my cycle naturally is very heavy and it's for 7 days, and it's like, it's a drag. Cramps are ridiculous. But what I did notice, I would say, because I did have a cycle before I did get my Nexplanon implant, is that my cramps are much more bearable, because after having a baby, like going through that pain, like nothing compares. So that is a plus side of after having Roman, my cramps are nowhere near as bad. Right. You agree? Okay. So yeah, so I got it in January, and I was told that, hey, give it a month, 1 month to 3 months, regulate and work with your body. So the first encounter with that during my cycle, it was mixed between my old period and my new one, trying to basically figure itself out. But basically what I really wanted to focus on is this last bout I had with my cycle. So y'all, I was on my cycle for 1 month and 4 days. 1 month and 4 days. Okay. I mean, I know that the side effects were like prolonged bleeding. I understood that. But a month, like a month is ridiculous. Now, mind you, just to give you a forewarning, this is a TMI video. So if you are a male or whatever and you're not used to talking like this, I'm sorry, you should exit now. But I'm going to be very frank and be very direct on my channel. So basically my period was not heavy during this month and 4 days of, bleeding, but it was, it was lighter some days, heavier some days, lighter some days, heavier some days. Stopped. Next day, again, it was like there was no rhyme or reason. It was just there, right? Now, you might say, oh, so did you talk to your doctor? No, I did not call my doctor, my OBGYN, no, because I know that it's still settling itself. I've only been on it for, 4 to 5 months, and it takes a minute. But if you're thinking, why didn't you call your doctor? Because honestly, compared to my other, cycles, this, though it's so long, it's still better than my normal cycle, because my normal cycle was heavy to the point that I was anemic. I had to take iron pills. I was losing so much blood like during that week, just for a week out the month. And also my period back then was, it had its own schedule, but all of a sudden randomly it started to have its own schedule, and it wasn't on time. It was early. Like I'd only have maybe 10 days of like no kind of cycle, and then it started again. So my body started to, do what it wants. So does the prolonged period times bother me on Nexplanon? Yes and no. And it bothers me on the shallow end of it being tedious. It's like, it's just annoying. It annoys me that I'm doing it for this long. But on the other side, it's nowhere near as heavy as my normal period. So I can take the cons of it being that long compared to how bad my usual one is. So it does get in the way. So, for example, we all know we're in quarantine, and the increased cases of COVID has restricted us terribly. Like we can't do what we want when we want, or at all technically for me, because I'm very paranoid about my son getting sick and something happening to him. That's one of my worst fears. Like I do not want to endanger my son. So I will be quarantining myself until, until 86. So the prolonged periods of time where, my month and 4 days of bleeding, it wasn't like I was being like, oh, I'm taken away from, me going to the movies or going to an ice rink or going swimming. None of these things would affect it. So it wasn't so bad of a takeaway. Now, if it was like in 2019 or 2018 and I wanted to go out with my friends, oh yeah, I would be really upset, like highly, highly upset. But during this times and circumstances, I'm not as much. But so if you are thinking of getting Nexplanon, understand that there is a percentage of people who will bleed longer and, spot here and there. And some rare gems don't have any period at all. Lucky them, right? So yeah, that's the longest period I've had to date, like in my life. Also I want to discuss like, if this is only me who experienced this, like when I had like my period when I was younger, like during the sleeping time, because once again, I was a heavy bleeder. So I could not, like, it was straight, like when I went to bed, right? It was either sleep on your left side or your right side. You cannot move an inch. You had to stay exactly that way for the whole entire night. And I'd wake up with these awful, like bone cramps. Like I felt so stiff and horrible. Now, if y'all are like me or were like me in that, please comment below. Like I'd see these like pad commercials for Always. They'd be like, oh yeah, it's so thin and like flex foam, and you can be in bed tossing and turning and rolling around. And I'm like, who is able to do that? Like I couldn't fathom a woman being able to like lay on her back at night during her cycle. I could not. So if you're like me, let me know if you thought the same thing or if you even thought about it like that. I don't know if I'm weird for that, but what was some other like girl issues that we have? Oh my gosh. So when we're like in a public setting and we've been sitting down chatting with our friends for a long time and we have to go to the bathroom or we have to get up and it's been more than like 15 minutes we've been sitting down. Look, that feeling, just thinking about it, like everything is leaving your body, like everything just comes out, and it's the most grossest feeling ever, like ever. Let's think about it. That's why I'm so thankful for this y'all. This baby, right? This Nexplanon, it might give me some hell, but the reward is so much better. so much better. Like it's like come from the bottom, now we're here. Okay. Just thinking about all the anxiety that you get from just like being self-aware and self-conscious that everything is in its place. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have wings. Like he agrees. You gotta have wings. If you don't got no wings, what you doing? What you doing? Ooh. Now, there's some people who use tampons. I cannot use tampons. It just don't work. Especially if I'd never finagled with tampons. I just couldn't do it. It just don't. I can't, are you a tampon person? Are you a pad person? It's just personal preferences. Pads would just work better for me, they're just better to maneuver. And there's these new, these cup thingies that hold, they're supposed to hold something. I've been seeing that a lot on my Facebook timeline. And you're supposed to like, it's like a cup and you just, I think my son is taking a poop right now. I can hear him pushing. The joys of motherhood. So yeah, these little cup thing that you're supposed to hold it. I'm like, is it for all flow type? Because I'm telling you, if I was back in my old days, that would not qualify for me at all. And could you imagine trying to find that thing and dig it out, and you like you go on a date with your boyfriend or you out with your friend, you got to dig it out in that stall. Look, it seems like a lot of work. So if you're that cup person, like, comment below, like, is it as easy as they're making it look? Is it difficult? What are they missing in them ads? You know, I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about today. I know it's TMI, but I feel like we need to have a girl chat about stuff that, you know, should be reviewed on. And the review is on Nexplanon and my experience. So far, it's doing its job. It's so much better to what I had when I was like, that's pre-Roman. And I'm gonna think about it. And yes, I'm gonna say this again. Those who take it, you might have a chance of, like me, having spotting and having prolonged, you know, period time, like the time length of it. And to date, my longest one was 1 month and 4 days. So yeah. But also do your research, okay? Talk to your doctor, please, and gotta discuss what's right for you. I have friends who can't take certain kind of pills. I have friends who do X, Y, and Z. There's certain things you should know for your body, and you should also discuss with your doctor. So, also, in light of girl chat, so, okay, I'm off, you know, I'm free of that pesky women curse, okay? And I'm like, oh, I really want to, like, go somewhere and be cute and be, you know, because I'm free now, okay? And I can't. You know why? It's 4th of July weekend. You know, people are celebrating that. And they're going to beaches, right? I don't know if you know, if you are aware, but COVID cases are increasing because people are going to activities and not covering up and doing all this, doing all that. Y'all, if we keep doing this cycle will continue, and it's gonna be one of the post-apocalypse movies, and we all like, it's gonna be the Book of Eli out here. It's gonna be the Book of Eli, and I don't want that. Okay, I'm scared. All right, I'm scared not only for, you know, an apocalypse future, but for my immediate future. My honeymoon is in November, y'all. November. 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 And I want to go, bro. I want to go. Okay? A week. In Waikiki, Hawaii. I want to be there with my husband, sipping Mai Tais, you know, having steak and shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Dessert. Walking on the beach. Hang gliding, surfing, swim with the dolphins. That's where I want to be. And it's looking like if we don't get our act together, okay, I ain't gonna be able to go. And an unhappy wife and mama gonna end up with an angry YouTube channel. Okay? I'm gonna be pissed off. Pissed. What, Ro? I'm going through it. Ro, come on, push. Okay, y'all. So, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm so glad you guys tuned in today. And I'm very handsy today. I'm feeling, if you see my hands moving in the, you know, in this video, it's because I'm very handsy today. I don't know. But yes, if you have any questions for me, please comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. And please, I do not stress this enough, hit that notification bell so you can see when I post another video. And just to, you know, link with my last video, today was a girl chat because this had to be said. Okay. But Next week, I think I will review my first book. And my first book is, it's kind of racy, okay? All right. I read adult books. If you don't read adult books, then you should read adult books, okay? They're good. They're real good, okay? I'm going to mention 2 books that I really like. It's a series. And we're going to basically discuss the situations in those particular books, how it would fly in the real world today, criminally and socially, okay? So I can't wait to see y'all next week for the book review. And don't forget, y'all, I said it before, hit that notification bell. If you don't, you ain't gonna be able to see me, boo. What you doing? Okay? So without further ado, y'all, bye!